Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach. Today is Saturday, June the 19th, and I am here to go over the Showdown Slate NBA Milwaukee Bucks versus the Brooklyn Nets to see who goes to the Eastern Conference Final. So just wrapping up a wonderful Friday night. My partner in crime here, Mr. Andrew Hansen, had a really strong 350 plus lineup with DraftKings captain of Terrence Mann. He sort of stepped up a little bit. So big shout out to Andrew and all our members. We had a lot of members with some very positive returns and fantastic to see. So we're going to try to run this into a full weekend sweep. Just hammer away here Saturday on this card with the Showdown slate. We also are covering multiple baseball slates. It's bizarre this Saturday because for some reason, FanDuel, DraftKings, and Yahoo's all have different slates that they're doing. So it's a little bit confusing that way, but we're going to make sure that all our members have lineup for each of them for afternoon and then an evening main slate. And of course, we've got our weekend golf that's going with the exciting Saturday, Sunday combo here of the weekend PGA US Open, where those guys are just blowing up left and right, huge scores, mid 70s numbers, 80s. Fun to watch those guys scramble and scuffle around like we do when we're on the golf course. So going to be a great weekend. We've got all three sports going full board here, and we'd love to have you join us. If you can, jump in, dfscoachtalk.com. You could sign up for as little as a 3-day membership for $10. We would love to have you join us. All right, let's dive into this game. Just a single showdown slate. But there's a lot to discuss here because it's Game 7 in Brooklyn. You've got both teams not really utilizing their bench. It's almost, here's our 5 and here's our 5, and we're going to play 40 plus minutes and see who's the best. And, that is great to watch, but it's hard sometimes to roster full lineup DFS wise. Even as a showdown slate, you still have to put some guys in there and make the salary work. So, let's look at a couple of things. We'll talk about Milwaukee first. Last game, it was interesting because you had the 3 stars all getting a decent amount of shots, but believe it or not, most people wouldn't realize it, but Drew Holiday had the most field goal attempts with 21, Giannis 20, and Middleton 16. So we know Middleton had a phenomenal game, 11 for 16 from the field, 5 threes, and 11 for 12 from the line. So he was the standout best play. We did have him as captain last go-around, so it worked out great for us. But the question is, does he have that level of a game again? I think we can anticipate he's going to have a big game, but is it going to be the top scorer on the Milwaukee side? A couple of things in play here. We'll talk about the Brooklyn side, but of course, everybody wants to have Durant and maybe Harden, and then for sure Giannis and Middleton and maybe Holiday. But you're looking at 5 guys there that you're probably only going to get 2 of them in your lineup if you really want to, not take a really extreme chance on some bench guys, or you could, probably go with 2 and make it work better. But if you do try to get 3, as I say, it's going to be tough. So making that decision is going to be the key, and none of them are easy to fade. There's no question about it. Right now on this side of the ball with Milwaukee, I think Holiday's price is decent. He played 43 minutes. Again, he got up all those shots, and he is an ancillary stats guy, so you can count on him. He's certainly a strong option for me. And then, like I say, I don't know if Middleton will have as an efficient game, but I think he'll have a strong game. So I really like those two. And actually, as crazy as it sounds, of the three of them, I'd probably at this moment rank Giannis third. And the reason being is the price, of course. And then, his foul shots have been, difficult at best. I think they're going to foul him more, and, make him earn it at the line. The Brooklyn crowd counting down the seconds that he has the ball, which is it's getting weirder and weirder with him at the line. He won't let the ref give him the ball for like 5-6 seconds. Then he gets the ball and he's dangerously close to that 10-second call. But with the Brooklyn fans screaming and counting it down, I think he's going to be feeling that a little bit. And, he's not going to burn you from three. So it's just a matter of, can Brooklyn, somewhat playing centerless basketball with basically using Griffin and Green there, can they stop him from having a 25 rebound game? If they can hold him even to like 12, 13 rebounds, I just think the leverage there with a possibility of, him having just a decent game gives you that flexibility salary wise to make it work. So it's a tough call, but when you start building these lineups, you'll see it's not easy, because let's face it, we know, Tucker, Giannis, Lopez, Middleton, and Holiday are going to play the majority of the game. You're going to get some contribution from Connaughton and a little bit from Forbes, but not enough to make any difference. So, you obviously can't count on Tucker very much. He may be the last guy in just because of the minutes, but he's not going to score much at all. But you can look at it. Brook Lopez is a wild card in this too. I mean, he's capable of a really strong game. Especially with Brooklyn playing smaller, but he only got 9 shots up again, and he's not hitting the threes. He was 0 for 3 from 3, which is very unusual. And, so I think that he's a good play, though. I think that at his price, he's always going to get some blocks for you. He had 3 in the last game. I think he will make a couple of threes, and he's a veteran. So, I think he'll rise up in a game 7 and play pretty tough. So Lopez is one of the guys making the cut for me right now, with Middleton and Holiday, and just see where we go from there. But again, the decisions are tough. There's no question about it. All right, the Brooklyn side of the ball, it's pretty simple here. I mean, we played Durant last time along with Middleton, and it was a great winning lineup. And Durant is just unfadable to me. I mean, he's the one guy in this game that you can't fade. I mean, he took 30 shots, 15 for 30 from the field. Unbelievable. And nobody else on the team got a double-digit shot total up. 9 or 8 for everybody else, a lot of the guys that played big minutes. So, I mean, he's going to get the ball. He's going to be the guy they have to stop. They haven't proven that they can stop him yet, and they've tried Giannis on him and Middleton, and more than likely it's going to be PJ Tucker again. He played the majority on him, and he does harass him a little bit, but he's just too short. And Durant shoots over top of him, and he hits the glass, because it's 11 rebounds for Durant as well. And he's also a good defender, so he can get you some stocks. He had those big numbers last time, somehow played over 40 minutes, no steals, no blocks. So I think, he'll add some free points there as well. So Durant, first man in for me. Then the decision's tough. You've got the options of Jeff Green, Blake Griffin, Joe Harris, and of course Harden. Those will be the starters, and nobody else played any measurable minutes at all except for Landry Shamet, who did play 22 solid minutes and did get some run towards the end of the game, but he was 0 for 2 from the field. Didn't even get a 3-point shot up, which is his deal. So, man, it's like I say, there's just nowhere to go for the value and on the bench without taking a huge risk. I mean, guys that we've been counting on, like Mike James, played 3 minutes. So, Brown played 4 minutes, Claxton 2. So, it's hard to reach for any of those guys and anticipate they're going to step up. Now, it could happen. I mean, I've been, blowing the trumpet here loud for Tyrese Maxey from the Sixers all year, and he hasn't been playing much run at all, even though he proved he could do it. Last game, he played 4 minutes, and then tonight, all of a sudden, Simmons gets in foul trouble. Maxey's able to go out there and shine. So, could that happen to one of these guys, James or Shamet or one of these guys? It's possible, but it's a risky move. So I think, for me, I would rather try to go with a little safer play. Not that they're playing great, but Joe Harris is a better play. He's going to get the minutes. He shot the ball terribly in this entire playoffs, but we know he can get hot. So I think he's worth a look. Griffin, 30 minutes, playing that center position. It makes him, very playable. Same thing with Jeff Green. So for me, I mean, Harden, phenomenal. He's played 40 minutes back-to-back games on one leg, but, it's so risky because he could pull that hamstring again and that's it. And on top of that, even though he had 16 points, I mean, he showed a lot of guts out there. He really is playing injured. You can see it. And, it's hard to spend that kind of money on him. He only got 9 shots up. He usually gets 9 shots up in a couple of minutes. So, I'm not going to go there. But again, salary-wise, I wouldn't blame you if you did. But I think it's Durant and then try to get some value with Green, Griffin, or Harris and try to, make the lineup work salary-wise. Again, you're going to have to make a really tough call and bench a Giannis or a Middleton or one of these guys. I just think the guy you can't bench is Durant. He's just too high of usage numbers, just off the charts usage. And I think that's where you got to go to start it out. So that hopefully gives you a little bit of a look at your build here, gives you a head start on it. There's all kinds of statistical analysis and a lot of in-depth look at the different rotations and how things are working here. But basically it all comes out to, this last game, game 6, we saw the matchups. We saw how they were going to play it. And the main guys got all the minutes. And I would anticipate a game 7, you're going to see a very similar type situation, in this one. So got to stick to the guys that make it work and that are going to get those minutes. And hopefully, you run into some guys that are going to have some good games. But it's going to be a fun one. Game 7's all over. The 3 of the 4 series, we have 3 game 7s. This one with Milwaukee and Brooklyn, and then 2 more. One more tomorrow with on Sunday here with Philadelphia and Atlanta. That ought to be really great. So good stuff. We'd love to have you join us. DFSCoachTalk.com. You can sign up there. We have a great 2-month package right now for $111. That's terrific bargain. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, please hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. We're getting close to a goal here. We really appreciate you taking that second to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And while you're at it, click that little alert button in the upper corner there. That'll let you know when any of our podcasts post. So that is it, my friends. Should be a fantastic game. It's only one game, so really the Vegas lines don't make any difference here. It's just lace them up and play the game and see where it falls. So hope that this helps you get that build to take some stuff down and gets you some optimal lineups. So really appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow for that showdown slate game of Philadelphia and Atlanta. So have a great one. Enjoy the basketball, baseball, and the golf. It's going to be a fun weekend here at Coach Talk, and we will catch you again tomorrow when we look to crush it in DFS.